It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we have the star of Married to Medicine here with us. Dr. Heavenly is in the building.
Hey, lady, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for making time for me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for making time for me. I see, first of all, everybody's always talking about you, and rightfully so. You know, that's a positive thing. But Married to Medicine, 10 seasons. Whew. Now, talk about the difference between when you first started on a show like this to where you are now, because I know that mentally when you leave a show, it can sometimes you think about things that happen. It can bother you throughout the day. But now you're experienced at being on television and dealing with all kinds of different things being thrown at you. What advice would you give people, like when you do a show like this, because you have a new cast member, a couple of new cast members this season, but what advice would you give so that people can live their best lives when they're not filming?
You know what? I think I've learned a lot about people, in the sense that some people are never going to see what you see. They can look at the same thing and see something very different. So that's why I really don't care what people say or think, because I really do believe what I think, and I think I'm right all the time. I really do. I mean,
not all the time.
Yeah, no, most times, yes.
Okay, most times.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And, one person that always gets, to your softer side is your daughter.
Yeah.
And she's in her freshman year at college now at FAMU. And at first you didn't really want her to go to your school. But how do you feel now?
First of all, when I went to FAM, I knew how I was. Okay, I had a good time. So I was like, you know what? I don't want my daughter. But it's bittersweet. I mean, she's a lot like me. She's fun. She's funny. She has a sense of humor. She has thick skin. That's why she films. And she had not problem. But I'm so proud. I'm proud of my baby girl.
Yeah, and you met your husband in school, right? But what school was it?
Meharry Medical College.
Okay, so it was a medical college.
Yes. I went there with a purpose to get my MRS and my DDS to an MD.
Okay, and so that's why.
Ain't that what you talk about, purpose?
Oh, what?
Purpose. Don't you talk about like having purpose in life? That was my purpose, to get married.
Yeah, it was?
Yeah.
Your purpose?
Yeah,
okay.
my husband.
Well, it worked.
It did.
Yeah.
I had a plan.
Now, another thing that comes up a lot now is people feel like, you guys seem like you have a great relationship together, but I saw, and I know you brought Sweet Tea on the show, right? You're the person that felt she should join the cast. Is that true or false?
I can't take full credit for that. I think all of us had a relationship with Dr. G. Yes, but I talked to a lot of people about the show. She was just the chosen one because it was the messy thing to do. But I can't take total credit for her coming on the show. And then when she said they approached her, I encouraged her to do it. Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about that now?
A lot of things have been revealed to me about what happened with Quad that maybe it wasn't a great idea.
What? Like what?
They don't want me to talk about it.
Okay. So who doesn't want you to talk about it?
I don't know.
She's like, I done said too much.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, have you spoken to Quad since?
I have.
Okay.
She just texted me, yeah.
Okay, so everything is good between you and Quad.
I ain't gonna say that.
Okay. But so I have to say, I do understand how Quad could feel, and I understand how you guys felt, because you felt like Quad was closed off. She left the show. She kind of wasn't communicating with anybody. But she might have had her own reasons for that.
And now I know those reasons.
Okay, so she did have her.
I didn't know. I didn't know before the show started, but when it happened, Quad has revealed to me, and other people never talked about it, that things have happened that I probably wouldn't have encouraged the girl to join had I known the things that I know now.
Okay, all right.
And you can read between the lines. I'm not saying it, but
Okay, that's interesting. So you guys have had conversation. You're not saying necessarily y'all are on a good page, but you understand.
I understand.
Okay. And then but Dr. G is your friend. And so
he ain't my friend. Damon, my husband,
okay,
does intervention. I mean, I don't know any of the men. I don't talk to the men. I'm just saying I just don't. But Damon refers patients to him. He's a psychiatrist, and Damon does interventional pain. And if you know anything about a lot of chronic pain, people have, issues with, mental, because they're hurting all the time. Right. So he refers patients for that psychological eval.
Okay. All right. And then, just a few days ago, you and Sweet Tea, it feels like this ongoing thing now between the two of you. And I saw the live that kind of spun out of control. So now that has settled, because that was, almost 2 weeks ago now, how do you feel now about everything looking back?
I feel like that shouldn't have happened. I feel like I'm the oldest. I went on there playing. You know how I do. I trade, like, who the hell called me? Oh, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. And then when she said, Phaedra said something like, the show is about to come back on. And she said, I said, the hell with the show. Let's talk about this. Your mama in hell.
Yeah.
Oh, that took me for a loop, and I
That was
went the
wild.
wrong way. I'm not mad at it. I just feel like I just went to hell with her. And that wasn't good. I shouldn't have done that. And I apologize for the things I said. I don't understand not being able or may possibly having problems having children because mine came too easy. So
Right. And that was a difficult topic
for sure.
for her to also have to deal with. Because I saw, well, you said that you felt that because she has like fibroids and is it
Endometriosis and a lot of other
endometriosis,
issues,
right.
yes.
But part of what Dr. G wanted was to have kids. That's been something that
That was the main thing he wanted, and I think that's why he went 23 years younger than him so he could have that. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. I think that knowing your body, maybe because I'm a doctor, I realize that if I'm bleeding and I'm hurting, I would look it up. As a doctor, I would say, go to WebMD and see what all the things I could have. And even if the doctor didn't diagnose it, I'm going to tell you, hey, listen, do an ultrasound. Let's test for this. That's why I lead to believe that she knew she had these issues when she told him she was going to have a baby, and she got married under false pretenses, and now he in it. You know?
because when they even initially met, she DM'd him.
Yeah,
And
said
she-
she got a baby emoji.
Right.
I got what you want and what you need, which
Right.
is a baby.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. That's, like we don't know what she did or didn't know
Right.
about her body. And
Right.
that is also not easy for a lot of women who might have
Absolutely.
issues, with that. But my condolences for what she said about your mom, because I know your mom
Oh, sure.
did pass. Did she apologize to you?
No, not to me directly. Somebody said she did it online or something. But, I ain't even mad because, I'm cool with your mama jokes. I just probably haven't processed my mama dying or properly mourned that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But my mama's a jokester. She was a jokester. She would have laughed. You know what I mean? It wasn't that deep. I just took it there because probably some unresolved feelings about it.
Now, the one thing that people also love about you, Dr. Heavenly, is that you're about your business.
Yeah.
All right. And you have your Dr. Heavenly University as well. So I just want to make sure we talk about that, too. And you're also very outspoken about making sure that you have multiple streams of income, too.
Absolutely.
For anybody that's out here, in this business world. My uncle's a dentist, so I also have an affinity toward that. Helped me so much growing up, I want to say, because I always feel like people do not go to the dentist the way that they should. A lot of times, like when we have to go to the dentist, it's never a pleasant visit. But if you go consistently and take care of things, you feel so much better afterward.
I was just going to say that if you do preventative dentistry, it won't be unpleasant, but people wait until they're having a problem.
Right.
And then when it comes to a root canal or whatever. So, yeah.
So talk about your what made you decide to do this, because I know you want to help other people too.
Oh, absolutely. Dr. Heavenly University actually started with dentists, okay? Because I own 9 practices, people were asking me, how did you do it? What are you doing? So I started teaching dentists on the top 5 income procedures. We would give them CE credits. We would bring bankers in to tell them how to get the loans, real estate agents in to come tell them how to get a property and all that. And then somebody said, well, we want to know, you should extend this to everybody. So it started out with that, and then I extended. We had ended up getting 12 coaches with credit repair, how to manage your money, all the way to insurance, to saving your money, precious metals. All those things came together, and I knew a lot because I've done a lot, but I brought specific specialists in for each avenue, and it actually been well received.
I love that.
Me too. It's fun, and I've learned more than anybody.
No, I think that's amazing, because I feel like when you learn and then you're able to pass that knowledge on to other people and teach people, that's the greatest power a person can have.
Absolutely.
This helped me, so I want to help other people figure these things out. Now, what does your daughter want to do while she's in college? What is she studying?
My daughter wants to make money and not work. That's what these little kids
Don't we
want.
all?
Right. That's what these little kids are built different from us. They want microwave stuff, Her major is biology, pre-med. So
Okay.
she does want to go to
That's
dental
work.
school. But she don't want to work. These kids don't want to work. They different. They can't handle too much, and they not going to do too much. So they're a little different, but, I'm working on them. She's doing good, though. She's doing very well.
Well, I love to see that. Now, another thing I want to talk about. So you've been married for what, 26 years?
26 years. We've been together 30 years.
26 years.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. Now, people look at your relationship from the outside and they're like, it's so perfect. And I know your man is perfect for you. But what are there times that y'all have had, any trials and tribulations that you had to work through?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He ain't never cheated that I know of. You know what I'm saying? Like the little girl putting out right now.
I was going to say she did.
If it did, I don't know. And if you look at my last vlog, I told you how I think about it. At 50, I think differently than a 30-year-old. You know what I mean? About any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's never given me a reason to think that and you know, he's a good guy. He just really is. And like I was telling the other girl a few minutes ago, when I look at reality TV, I don't have nothing to complain about. Like when I look at the other husbands not coming home for 7 days, not working, you know what I'm saying, talking crazy to the wife. We respect each other. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I'm like, dang, I'm good. I'm good.
You also have a new castmate besides Sweetie. Phaedra.
Love her.
Is on this season. Yes. So how did you initially feel when you found out she was going to be joining?
Honestly, I was excited, just like everybody else, excited. But Phaedra is analytical. She's thinking her way through, and I think she's trying to ease her way and try to learn everybody, and it's slower than people want her to be.
Right.
But she's reading the girls. They're just not showing it.
She has her moments.
Yeah.
And you did, what was it, Reiki? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Reiki.
So how was that for you? Because you said you could feel a burning. I was like, is she serious?
I did. No, I really felt something. I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean? And I've heard, people say, it's one way or the other. I think it's some kind of spiritual healing and energy or something like that. I really didn't do more research about it, but I was pleading the blood of Jesus all over it. So, whatever it is, I'm covered.
Afterward, how did you feel? Like, did it do anything? Is it something that you're like, I would try this again?
I think it opens up emotional feelings. Like you feel something that's energy's present. So they said it was in my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm alluding that may have something to do with my sister. So, I don't know.
Oh, and speaking of your sister, have you guys spoken?
Not really.
Not really?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but that is something that you do feel really intent on making happen.
That was my mother's last wish on her dying bed, for me and my sister to have a relationship. Yes.
Okay. Are there any plan? You said not really, but so you've spoken a little bit. But
yeah.
Do you feel like she's receptive to being able to?
I think we need therapy. I think there's a lot of feelings that I don't even freaking know what they are. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you're a child, you're in different stages of development that I don't remember the stuff that she remembers, So it's a lot of stuff. But do you want to open those cans of worms? I don't know, because do you know how to put them back?
I don't know if you put them back. You might open them and then.
That's a lot. I got a lot already. I can't even really. It's a lot.
Is this something you would do on the show, or is that something that you feel like everything doesn't need to be on camera?
I think that everything does not need to be on camera. I think that, I don't think she's cut out for the show. She's not strong. Just like I'd say Sweet Tea, she gets emotional, becomes unhinged. I'm not saying that my sister would be like that, but I don't think everybody's cut out for this. You have to have thick skin, and you have to know how to control yourself, in some capacity.
Did you always have thick skin, or was that something you had to develop after?
We grew up in Miami, and in the hood, like we joned. That's what we did. So it was something, you would never think that skill would help you later in life.
Right.
But reality TV is just,
Could you have seen Married to Medicine from when it first started taking off and being here and you still being on? Like, that's amazing. That's 10 seasons already is a long run, and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere anytime soon.
I think that we're doing something that people need to see. I think that people think because you have a degree, you're different. We the same people. We have the same issues, financial, marital, spiritual, whatever, with our friends and our family. And I think it's good to see,
Right. And I know you're also really great at giving advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Relationship advice.
Yeah,
yes.
To people when it comes to relationships. So I wanted to ask you a couple of questions that people had actually called in here with just to get your take on it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So one person wanted to know about dating while he doesn't have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So he met a woman on a dating app and he wants to take her out, but he's trying to take her out on a budget, and he's a little nervous that she might want to get a drink, and he can't really afford to do too many extra things. So he's wondering, what should he do? And I told him that maybe it's not the time, to on a first date to have to bring that up. But what do you think?
I think that when you're dating, if you're seriously dating and you're dating someone you want to marry, you shouldn't be taking just everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a waste of time. If you're taking out 10 women, that's a waste of time. But if you don't have money to take out the woman you really want, you're not ready to date. You're not ready. You know, get your stacks up and then date. Because I'm from Miami. I see men as providers, and you're not gonna change my mind.
Okay.
About that.
You're a city girl.
For sure. For sure. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say it. But
Like,
yes, for sure. For sure.
You know, it's good for you because you haven't had to date since, 20
And I
30
always
years
dated
ago.
with a purpose. I wasn't just dating people. You know what I'm saying? I was dating with a purpose. Like, me and my husband was a plan. I had a man on my vision board. I went to school to get him. So life to me, even the relationship part, the money part, it should be a plan. Now, the plans don't always go as planned, but you got to have a plan to get to your goals.
And what
sure.
was it like when he proposed to you?
Now, mind you, I was 5 months pregnant, but yeah, he took me to. Now he didn't have a whole lot of money, but he had the potential because we were in school.
You both were in school, so
we were both in school,
and
so
I
I
think
knew
that's a
he
great
was
way
going to
to
have
meet.
the money,
Yeah.
right? He took me to Opryland Hotel. I don't know, that's in Nashville. And we went to the conservatory and he got on his knee. But I was expecting it already. I already had known
at
that
some
was my
point
man.
he's gonna do it.
You
I just
better,
don't know when.
You better. Because we were inseparable from the time we met. And that's how you know. When you meet somebody, it don't take long to know that that's the person you want to be with.
So you want that for your daughter too?
Absolutely. I don't want her dating too much. I want her to find her when she's ready to find her husband. Ain't no need in going through a whole bunch of people.
Does she ever bring people home to you? Like, Mom,
Yeah.
you like him?
Yeah.
Do you ever like any?
I think your mother has a very deep power of discernment, and you should listen to your mother.
Okay. That's just the
That's
advice.
some advice I'm giving everybody in the world. Listen to your mama. She has your best interest, and she can see stuff you can't see.
All right, that's good. I'm glad you said that because I just think about how my mother used to tell me something and I always wanted to do the opposite.
Right.
And sometimes you get very, if my mom or my parents didn't like somebody, it would make me try to go harder to prove them wrong.
Right.
And then they would be right though.
Yes, we always right. We usually right. We right. We could see through it. Like we could tell.
Yeah.
Just and my husband, and men don't have it as well. But my husband's like, how do you know that? I just know. I just know that person's not for you. That person is this. I just know.
Now, do you see any way that you and Sweet Tea will be able to get on the same page?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
She also did not want you were taken off the guest list for her wedding as well. Now, I was wondering, is that just for TV or was that real?
I think it was real. I walked up in there because I was going to my daughter and I had a scene and they sent me and I'm thinking I'm finna get in. And Toya laughing like she already know they planned it. And my whole thing is all I was doing was looking out for the little girl. Once I saw the way, the thing she was telling me the man was controlling, I said, listen, stop telling him everything. Come over here. Let me show you how to do it. Dr. Heavenly University, get your insurance together. Get your stuff together. And the problem was he was hearing about it. I was trying to look out for her. Yes,
Okay.
I said to Jackie and Simone, maybe she should slow this down.
Right.
You know what I mean? But,
Right.
and when you try to help people that really want something, you really should just shut up.
She was going to do what she was
gonna
doing.
do it anyway.
All right. Now, in retrospect, do you think that it was wrong for Phaedra to invite Quad to the bridal shower? Looking back at that was an awkward thing. And then y'all had to ask Quad to leave.
Yeah, I know that was wrong. And you ain't even got to ask me. You don't
Okay.
bring the ex-wife to nobody bridal shower. I mean, we could play with it, but it was wrong, but it was great TV.
Yeah, it
Two
was.
baddies walked up in there, and it was like, it was great TV.
Can you imagine what your reaction would have been in a situation like that? Because Sweet Tea was very like, all right, girl, come sit next to me.
Sweet Tea was a fan.
Which I thought was very odd. I'm not
Sweet
going to
Tea
lie.
was a fan. She fanned out when she saw Quad. I was sitting there. She's like, "Oh my God, Quad! Oh girl, come sit." Who does that?
Yeah, that
Who
was crazy.
does that?
You're not going to sit next to me.
No,
as a
you're
matter
not
of fact,
coming.
Yeah, as a matter
You
of
got to
fact, you're not
go.
even sitting. It's going to be like, listen, I don't know why somebody would invite you to this, but
The only person that was mad, Toya was mad as hell. Toya was mad.
Yeah, I saw. She don't play. But I was wondering why would Quad want to come also to that?
Quad want her check. Shit. What you want? What you want? That was a scene.
Would
What are
you
you
say
saying?
you would like her to be back on the show? I know that
I
you said
absolutely
that.
would. I would. I've been having mixed feelings about it. Quad has pissed me off to the umpteenth. I'm be sick of that bitch. Like it's a difficult friendship.
Right.
And I like effortless friendship, like Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is
That's
grown.
your yeah.
And she's not bothered. I can say whatever. And she's going to like, hey, Heavenly, that was a good scene. It's a lot to have to go backwards and say, listen, girl, it's a lot. So, yeah, I love Quad. I will always have love for Quad. But she's difficult. Oh, my God.
Do you think people have to have thick skin to be friends with you too because you give it like it is and sometimes it can be harsh?
I am not for everyone.
Okay, there
at
you
all.
go. That's the
at
answer.
all, and not trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you get a certain age, it's like your friends are the people that you want around you. They can uplift you. They can. But if I ask you a question, I want the truth.
Right.
if I don't ask you now, that's a different situation. But if I ask you, Angela, hey, what do you think about this? I want your honest truth. Now, I probably ain't, if you're not going, I'm not going to listen to you no way. But I would like to know your opinion.
I love it. I don't even know. Now, you have so many things that you've accomplished already. What else is on the bucket list for Dr. Heavenly?
I'm just enjoying everything I'm doing. I love Dr. Heavenly University. I love the financial literacy because some of us need it. And a lot of people say, is it just for women? That's who I cater to. I understand the thought process of women. So, yes, women. Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. We've been doing that for years. We're making beautiful smiles. I love doing it. But I also love being a wife. And it's a different chapter of my life when my children are gone. Right. So, me and my husband are really getting to know each other. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
weird thing, too, for the first time to have the house to yourselves.
It's different. It's different.
What do you think about everybody getting veneers now, too?
I think if you go out of the country and get those big-ass chiclets, that's not a good thing. I specialize in natural-looking dentition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it feels like some people maybe, like I know somebody who, fortunately for him, he did not get the veneers. All he needed to get was like some braces to kind of straighten his teeth up. It's not always necessary to have to do that.
Veneers are beautiful if they're done right. But if you get the ass, then the ass-to-thigh ratio is wrong. I think people want people to know that they spent the money or something.
Because sometimes it's super
teeth,
white and super bright and super big. And
if your ass is super big, you just want people to know. You're not trying to do something natural and just enhance your beauty. You just want to be seen, I guess. I don't know, but that's not, people come in asking for those bleached teeth, that white. So, I inform you, but I oblige you if you want it. But I don't like doing them. When you come at my office, I want you to have a heavenly smile.
Right. Yeah, because I've always, sometimes also people get them really young. Now, who should be getting, like, for people, it's gotten so much more popular, right? And so I've never understood because, clearly I could have a nice, beautiful white smile if I went and got veneers because people want perfection is what it seems like. I'm okay with like the imperfection of my teeth. So for when it comes to veneers, like who are people that, have you ever told somebody maybe you don't need to get that?
All the time.
Okay.
Yes, T.S. Madison, I told her, she actually is on the next episode, you don't need veneers, girl. Right. You got beautiful teeth. It's not going to enhance your smile anyway. Veneers are people with malaligned teeth and or staining. Okay. Like if you got staining from different medication or something in your teeth, then we can whiten, because we whiten them, but we can't get the intrinsic staining, the staining that's inside the teeth based on medical conditions or medicine. But veneers are not for everyone. Yeah, everybody don't need them. Everybody want them, but and certain people, you look at it, you cannot make them without being big. So you think, hey, you know what? You got a diastema this big. These teeth gonna come out big as hell. The space a gap between your teeth. Unless we start over.
Sometimes
we can
I
do
think
that.
like the gap is cute too.
I do too. I do too.
Things like that are very distinctive for a person.
I agree.
And it'd be, kind of cute. But I noticed that sometimes teeth can be such a big deal. I know people who they'll won't want to smile all the way, or they'll cover their mouth because they have a lot of insecurities about what their teeth look like. But that's why I always tell people how important it is to make sure that you have a great dentist and to make sure that you're always going and not waiting till you're in pain and there's nothing you could do about it but pull that tooth out, You
know what? When I got my teeth done, I think it changed my whole profile. So it's cosmetic, but it changed the whole facial profile. So dentistry is something good.
Yeah.
And I always say get your teeth done before your ass, because your teeth are more important.
Now let me, before your ass, then get your ass done.
Right. Get somebody to pay for your ass after you get your teeth. So, or vice versa.
Now, do you feel like the women shade what it is that you do? Like it's not, on the level of...
I think that it's two-sided. I think that my husband would have a problem if somebody shaded him for being a doctor if he wasn't an MD. An MD is the creme de la creme of being a doctor. It just is. But I do think that women envy me that I work less and I make more. I do think they envy that fact. I'm not at work all the time. I work 3 days a week, half a day, and I still make more. And that ain't no read. That's just facts.
It is, though. I mean, it's a classy, factual read.
And I chose it for that reason. I wanted to be a wife and a mother. I wanted an outside life. I didn't want to be on call, So.
Where did you get all of this instilled in you? Like knowing
my mama never came on the show because she thought it was foolishness is what she called it. Jackie calls it foolishness. But my mama, from the time I was 4 years old, my mama instilled in me, you're going to be a doctor. First, I thought I was going to be a pediatrician. But then when I went to school, I decided that dentistry, because I'm an artist. Like I can draw really well. I can, do different things. And dentistry is an art as well as a science. And when I shadowed a dentist, I was like, this is the career for me. I could do this.
Yeah. And it's something that's much needed too.
Absolutely.
When it comes to your 9 different practices, you're also set up so you can sell those.
I did. I already done that. I've had 9 different practices over time. Now I'm in one cosmetic practice. I've done that. I bought practices. I sold them. I realized that a lot of dentists did not know business. So a lot of times they would become overhead, and I would just get them on the low, pay cash for them, and then build them up and sell them. I've been doing that for years.
This is amazing, just the abilities that you have to not just do what you do for a living.
And I could read a bitch on reality TV. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm very versatile. I can sit here with Michelle Obama. I can sit here with Mama D. What you want? I can do it, either or.
And y'all had a guest appearance from our Vice President, Kamala Harris, kind of, on the show as well.
We did. That was a great moment for Dr. Jackie.
Yeah,
yes.
for Dr. Jackie.
I love Dr. Jackie.
Talking about Black
sweetheart.
maternal health care and all of those things,
Absolutely.
which is really important. How are you feeling about elections? Because it is an election year. And so I know that's something I would love to hear.
I don't talk politics.
At all. Do you ever? So you've never endorsed anybody or publicly?
If I did, I wouldn't say.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Publicly, you've never done that. Is that for professional reasons, or is that just because?
To me, it's too sticky of a subject. You know what I'm saying? Just like religion.
Okay.
I start a lot of shit, but that ain't one of the
topics that are sticky for Dr. Heavenly.
Those are not. No.
Are there ever things that you feel like, looking back, you're like, man, I could read a bitch, but maybe I went too far?
No, they got what they wanted. They got what they wanted. I think a lot of times on the show, they don't show what they say to me. Like, for example, that live with Phaedra, they saw what the bitch said to me. But on TV, they won't show it. If you say my mom in hell, oh, bitch, you get what you get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they might cut that part out.
Absolutely, they do.
Because
they say it's too dark. But they say my stuff is funny. I don't think my shit is funny. I be real, Right. But they say when I'm naturally funny. So they say when I read people, it's funny.
I think for you, people look at you as it's not coming from a place of maliciousness.
It's not. It's fun. It's funny most times. Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes people say things with malintentions.
Oh, for sure.
But yours, it might seem like it's honest, and it's just.
I talk about what people present on the show. I know so much about people I never say. You know what I'm saying? But if you present on the show, of course, on my podcast, I'm gonna talk about it. You put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And even you talk about it. I think people have a feeling about that, but I ain't trying to ruin nobody's marriage. I'm for family. I love family. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's business. You know what I mean? So I do have my limitations. Yes.
Now, have you met Phaedra's man?
Which one?
I thought she was dating a doctor, and that's why she.
Well, initially she was dating a doctor. No, seriously, no. I tell you the truth. I would tell you the truth if I thought it wasn't real. She did a casting with a doctor, an African guy. They didn't get the release sign. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to be public, but it is what it is. So, but she is dating people now, and one guy that she met at one of my husband's events, who is a doctor. I didn't introduce her, but she met him because Damon has events. And I think she's dating a doctor now.
Okay.
I don't know if I could put that out there, but
so we in it for the long haul.
I think y'all gonna see it.
Right.
I don't like to go ahead of them.
You think Quad will come back? Oh, you think that's a possibility?
I think that it's up to her if she comes back or not. She got to learn how to play the game.
But we will find out at some point what happened that you didn't know before. Like you said, there was some things you found out.
I'm expecting a reunion because I think that if you come on the show with that kind of baggage, you had to have expected that Quad gonna say it. That's what I think. I think that she's gonna say why she feels the way that she does.
You think that her ex still would prefer to be with her? I know you've said that. I didn't know if you were saying that in the heat of.
To be honest, yes. But I think where we messed up at is, I ain't gonna say that. But yeah. I think the way that he acts around her or acting like he cannot be around her, the people around are saying that he's still, and I'm sure he's not gonna say that.
Right.
And I'm sure, he's not gonna say he's disappointed that he can't get what he thought he could get from Sweet Tea. I think that he's gonna play the role. But if you watch the show, You can see that he's being on his best behavior. He taking out the garbage. Remember, that was a big issue for Quad. He would never take out the garbage.
Right.
So he's playing a role now.
Okay, and that doesn't always last.
It ain't gonna last.
Yeah, that
Come
doesn't
on, man.
always
That's what I'm
last.
telling the little girl. Come over here. Let me show you how to get your coins and your ducats in a row. But then it always backfires because people go with their man. But okay, let's see. And then in the end, y'all gonna be saying, hey, Daddy Heavenly was right. She was right. She's trying to tell you.
What did you think about their bachelor party?
The men?
Yeah, the men.
I'm finna take my pants off. My pants come down.
Yeah,
They're not
it's not
coming
going
back
back
up. I think that, I know I'd be wrong for the stuff I say, but I think that if that was a bachelorette party for Quad, he wouldn't have done that. I think it shows how much respect you have for your wife or your wife-to-be. If my pants come down, and I don't know if they showed this part, but you know he actually invited the stripper to his wedding.
I saw you guys talked about it. I feel like
He
they
wouldn't
did
have
show
done
it.
that with Quad.
Yeah, and
I
y'all
think
talked
that
about
just
it, yeah.
shows how much I ain't gonna say disrespects, or I think he loves his wife. I'm gonna say that. But I think that because she's so much younger, I think that the amount of respect is probably not.
He knows he can get away with
Absolutely.
certain
There you go.
things.
Thank you, Angela. That's what I'm saying. Thank you
Right.
for helping me. Because I was going to say the wrong thing. He
I
know he can get
understand
away.
What you mean.
Right,
He-
right.
People will do what you
My
allow
man would
them.
never do that because
Oh,
he know
I
I'm
know he
crazy.
would
He
not.
know I'm crazy. So, you know what I mean? You got to show a dude early.
What did you do that was crazy early?
So, Tweety said I hit my man over the head with a pan.
Oh, yeah.
But I told her that because I told her don't try this shit at home because he might not react the way that Damon did. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Okay. You let him know early.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Yeah. But two crazy people don't work.
Right. You said you're the crazy one. He's the calm one.
Absolutely.
And you're right. It's a balance in a relationship.
It's a balance.
And so you've also said, I saw this, that Phaedra has a lot on the reunion. Like she'll have a lot to talk about on the reunion.
Yes.
Okay. So there's going to be some more things
Yes.
that go on with her.
Yes.
Okay. You're like, I can't get
But
too much.
you know what? Honestly, I don't know what they gonna play because a lot of stuff that Phaedra has
That's
done,
tough.
they have not played it. I don't know why. Maybe they don't want you to come in and just not like. I'm not saying you would not like her, but you know what I mean. When I first came in, I was in a shit from the first episode.
Right.
So that whoever you start out being on the show, that's who you are. Phaedra, they done kind of leading her in, and I'm not even saying it's her fault. It's
Right.
that
It's the way it's
editing.
edited.
And they bringing her in easy. I'm not a producer. I think that I'm very smart. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I would do things differently.
Okay. Would you ever want to like produce a show? And is that something
No,
that you're interested
no, that's
in?
not what I'm interested in. No, but I damn sure would have had Quad in the room with Dr. G. I would have had a dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah. That interaction.
just to see that interaction. Like y'all missed. I ain't talking about my. I'm gonna keep my job. I'm a dentist. But I know mess. Like if y'all want mess, I done brought the bitch to you. Excuse me. Let me hush. Baby, come on back. We on the. I don't know what kind of show you got, cause you know, I try to follow. You know what I mean? The energy. So I don't know, Angela Yee. I don't know.
You go. Go ahead, girl. You
I don't
got
know.
it.
No.
You got to be you at all times, Dr. Heavenly.
No, you don't want me. They told me to be me on TGIF, and when I was me, everybody got mad. So I try to come on back. Come on.
Okay.
How you doing? Everything
Okay, I'm
good?
great. Thank you so much for asking. And you've also been doing these weeklies with Carlos King.
Carlos King.
Yes. So how do the other castmates feel about that? Everybody's.
I think that for the people that are thinking about it, they know it's for the greater good of the show. I
Okay.
mean, we go viral every week, and it's allowed a lot of people to continue to watch the show because not only is it that we're talking about the show, it's other vloggers that pick it up that are talking about what we're talking about and the things that are behind the scenes. Now, Carlos is kind of hard on our show because he's a producer.
Right.
A lot of times he says what we could have done differently, and I probably don't like that part as much, but he definitely gives a great insight on what's going on and what he thinks, you know. And we really don't review the show. We talk about whatever
Other
we want to
things,
talk
yeah.
about the show.
Do the producers love you from Married to Medicine? I would think they know you the best out of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
you
And
give
all the
the
stuff I
moments.
talk about or whatever, they ain't stop me. You know what I'm saying? So obviously they like it because they would have called. It was like, heavenly, heavenly, heavenly. Hey, that's what they do. Hey, heavenly.
But the one thing I think that that you don't like is that sometimes things get edited in a way that you're not being able to.
At this point, I don't care.
Right.
At this point, I really
It is
don't.
what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'd have been on Twitter. The people drag me every week. I don't care. Actually, I know who I am and I know whose I am. So
Yeah,
I got my
you say
man.
that, but I also feel like people love you at the same time.
They love me. A lot of people love me, and a
Yeah.
lot of people love to hate me, and probably another third don't give a damn one way or the other. So you get your third. The third that love you, third that hate you, and other people don't care.
And you get your check, okay?
Yeah. But more so, you get the platform to get a bigger check with your businesses.
Right. And so so how many patients come and they are familiar with watching Married
Damn
to
near
Med-
all of them.
Wow.
All of them. Very rarely do I get a patient that does not know. And we had to separate our office, that we actually have to put like a $300 consultation, so people just don't come. But the
Okay.
$300 goes towards your treatment, of course.
Right.
But we had people just
don't
coming
try to
in
just book something
because
so
they
you can meet
had
me.
insurance and just coming in to take a picture. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Yeah, so we limited that by chart. But people pay the $300 to get a picture. They don't want no dental work.
You're
Okay,
like, all
my
right.
picture's $300. You know what I'm saying? But it's a free consultation, but you pay the $300 and it goes towards your treatment.
You might as well get a cleaning if you're going to do at
Right.
least get a cleaning.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, Dr. Heavenly, thank you so much. And I hope that once the reunion airs that I get to hear back from you.
Absolutely. Call me up, girl. I'm gonna get your number now, Angela.
Yeah, because
Yee.
I want to be able to hit you up when things are happening on the show and just text you and be like, girl, like, what just happened here?
Put your number in my phone.
Okay,
I always
perfect.
get everybody's number. Look, but I
She's
enjoy
smart.
you. I enjoy you. Yeah, thank you. Can we? Let me know when the mic ain't hot. Y'all don't play with me.
Yeah, don't play with her because
I
she
don't
used
like
to
no
getting
hot
them
mic.
games played.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust no mics.
All right. Well, Dr. Heavenly, thank you so much for coming through. We're going to hear a lot more of her on the way up. So I appreciate it so much. Thank you.